Hello guys, you are all welcome to WepTech Academy. Today I'm going to teach you how to design this cheap and straight to the point but professional birthday flyer. I want us to do it quick, I want us to do it simple, and I want us to do it straight to the point. So now we have this amazing flyer in front of us, so we're just going to start it straight away. We're going to start by coming to file, new, then we're going to have by centimeters 21 centimeters by 21 centimeters on a 300 resolution and white space. We use RGB because RGB is a good color for social media. Never forget that. YCMYK is a color for printing. When you are designing for printing, you use CMYK, and when you are designing for social media, you use RGB. So once we are done from there, we're just gonna click on create. Now we have an amazing dashboard in front of us, and along with this tutorial, there are the resources for it already made available to all our students. So I'm gonna start by placing the background. From the background, we'll place next the other guys that are needed for the background. We have these lines, and while doing that, let's kindly reduce this, let it not be voila, beautiful. Come back to file, go to place, and also place this beautiful background at the back. And there we go, we are practically already done with our background except one. Let's also reduce the opacity to like 50. Okay, then let's go back and place the last background effect. Then reduce the opacity. Beautiful. Then now let's group it. Okay, the title is backgrounds. From there, let's proceed over to placing our shapes, or let's say icons. Now I'm going to use my alignment to help me make sure that it's straight. Place the next one, which is this. Now something that you really recognize is at the rate or the speed at which I'm particularly designing this. Right now, the thing you have to understand from there is that as a graphic designer, if you want to increase your level of creativity on your designs, please always gather your resources before you start designing. So what I'm doing now is I'm simply creating a shape behind the nice beautiful frames that I have, so that I can place my pictures inside. Oops. I'll just copy. Oh, I don't know. So let's duplicate this one using Ctrl J. And creating a clipping mask. You can either do alternative on your keyboard, or simply left click on it and you come to create clipping mask. You always see create and release all the stuff there. The next thing that we have to do is to now on our previous tutorial I showed you guys how to use mockups. I'll just delete it. How to use mockups. So I'll even love to still use this other mockup here for the happy birthday. So I'll just go through it fast since there's already a tutorial on how to do that. So the link for this tutorial, for the tutorial of how to use mockup, is attached to this video. You can just search on it on our playlist under Photoshop. You see it there. Oops. I'm not explaining this, okay? Go and watch the tutorial on how to use mockups. So I'll simply place it here. Happy birthday, freeze open. I'll put it in white. Now I'll duplicate it using Ctrl J on freeze open, then I'll shift it down here and change it to dark. Put the date 23 Jan. Practically, we're almost done with our designs. Now, the thing I always encourage you to do is to make sure that you group your work, because most of the time you may need to do correction or need to retouch a particular part, and if you don't do the grouping very well, you can fall off and have some stress. All right, so with that done, now I would like to centerize my information to ensure that it's rightly centerized. Oops. So we are practically done in design this flyer in less than no time. Now the important thing you have to understand, as I earlier mentioned, is the power of having your resources. Once you have your resources, you design 10 times earlier. Now we'll take through, let me try to explain again all what we did here, because these tutorials that I produce is solely for beginners. And if you have problems, don't forget to hit us on our WhatsApp button at +237 6810 20 400. Now there are some basic shortcuts that I use here that I believe I have to explain so you understand. How do you highlight on Photoshop? Well, let me start with creating a clipping mask. As I earlier mentioned, let's just say I have this picture like this and I need to create a clipping mask. What I have to do is just to simply click on alternative and I simply apply it. Now what are the other things that I also do? If I don't want to do this styles, I can simply left click and I come to create clipping mask and it does it from there. So that is technically how to design a flyer. This flyer, the major thing is having resources. Once you have resources, you'll be able to do it in less than no time. And now let me teach you a little tip on the power of creativity. Now look at this design. This is cool, it's professional, yes, but there are things you can do. Like, it's not much that you replicate my exact flyer or what I teach you. You can also extend your knowledge. Like, you can choose to, like, maybe like carry maybe this other one and maybe bring it down. All those styles, you can try to explore them and do stuff on them to just extend yourself. There are a lot of things you can actually do on this your design to just try to, I mean, you play around with it. One thing you have to understand about graphic designing is never keep yourself limited. Always try to take yourself above what you are doing. You understand? Always try to take yourself above what you are doing. It's very, 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 very important. And once you don't understand something, you can do research, you can ask questions, you can do a lot of more things. Stay tuned to WepTech Academy, and if you have any problems, don't forget we are available 24/7 to assist you and to ensure that your dreams come true as a graphic designer or as a web developer or video editor or all the like.